Unit 4, Customs and Traditions, Lesson 25, Reading 2. Size 1. You're going to read an article about traditional customs. Before you read the article, read the definitions below. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in bold. Belief, ceremony, endangered, generation, preserved, protection, tradition. Now, fill in the blanks with words on the left. You can pause the video. 1. In Mexican culture, a quinceañera is a special ceremony to celebrate a girl's 15th birthday. 2. In some cultures, several generations live together in the same house: parents, grandparents, and children. 3. Children tend to have the same beliefs as their parents when they are young, but this may change when they become adults. 4. Although most Japanese cities are very modern, they still try to preserve some of their old buildings. 5. In Chinese culture, there is a tradition to give money in red envelopes at New Year. 6. Modern technology has brought many benefits, but it has also meant that some traditional customs have become endangered. 7. Places which are listed as UNESCO World Heritage Sites have special protection and cannot be destroyed. Reviewing a text. Before reading a text, it's a good idea to look at the title and any subtitles or photos to get a general idea of what the text is about and predict what you are going to read. This can help you to understand the text and read more quickly, especially if it contains difficult vocabulary or complicated ideas. Exercise 2. Review the article on page 90 and answer the questions. 1. Based on the title, what do you think the article will be about? Give reasons. 2. What's happening in the photos? Where were they taken? 1. Answers will vary. 2. In the first photo, the women are dressed in diving suits. They are from South Korea and have been fishing. In the second photo, a Middle Eastern man has a falcon sitting on his arm. Perhaps he has trained the bird to hunt. Exercise 4. Read the article and your annotations again, then number the points A to E in order they appear from 1 to 5. A. The difference between World Heritage Sites and intangible cultural heritage. B. A discussion about which customs and traditions to include in the ICH list. C. A culture which is endangered due to the spread of cities. D. The meaning of intangible culture. E. A culture which has suffered due to a lack of young people. The meaning of intangible culture. The differences between World Heritage Sites and intangible cultural heritage. A culture which has suffered due to a lack of young people. A culture which is endangered due to the spread of cities. A discussion about which customs and traditions to include in the ICH list. Exercise 5. Circle the best summary of the article. A. The article discusses efforts to preserve the world's intangible cultural heritage. B. The article is a criticism of UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. C. The article is about the differences between tangible and intangible culture. Answer. A. The article discusses efforts to preserve the world's intangible cultural heritage. Exercise 6. Identify and correct the factual mistakes in the sentences. 1. UNESCO created the Intangible Cultural Heritage List in 2003. 2. The Great Barrier Reef is an example of intangible cultural heritage. 3. The women divers of Jeju Island dive for food all year round. 4. Many younger women are keeping the Jeju Hanyo traditions alive. 5. Falconry is only practiced in the United Arab Emirates. 1. 2008. 2. Tangible. 3. 90 days of the year. 4. Fewer. 5. Around the world. Exercise 7. Answer the questions. 1. What's the difference between tangible and intangible culture? 2. What are the reasons why so many intangible traditions are dying out? 3. Why did UNESCO create the Intangible Cultural Heritage List? 4. Does the author believe UNESCO's work is important? How do you know? 1. Tangible culture refers to actual places, buildings, objects, etc. For example, the Great Barrier Reef or the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Intangible culture relates to living customs and traditional practices. For example, the culture of the women divers of Jeju Island in South Korea. 2. Because fewer people are interested in continuing them, because growth of cities and loss of natural habitats affects their practice. 3. To save or preserve customs and traditions that may otherwise die out. 4. Yes, she says its efforts are valuable and that at the end we must never stop trying to preserve our intangible cultural heritage. Thank you. Do the assignment, repeat the lesson whenever you need to, write answers in your book, and goodbye.